Hey, what's up, everybody? Wagey tapping in for another court chat. Today, just kind of wanted to touch base on a little bit more of path and purpose. Was talking to the homegirl Turtle at work, and just kind of going over some of my life events and where my path has taken me in regards to being on my purpose. So I made some decisions when I was young, some promises that I wanted to keep for some people that I had lost or respected. And on doing so, I took some L's. I took a lot of lessons, some that I repeated. And it wasn't until really my divorce that I really sat down and soaked up all the lessons from these L's that I had been taking. And in doing so, staring into the abyss, understanding this being of light, and why I felt some of the ways that I did, what I could change about the mindset that would better it, and then implementing, building, and sustaining those things. A lot of lovely things started to blossom. So you've heard me mention my cup, how it was torn and filled with poison at some point, that I've been carrying around thinking that this is what my cup needed to be filled with. And once my cup had shattered and I got to repair my chalice, it's more like a pool. It's a vast spring. Imagine for my Naruto fans or Goku, anybody Dragon Ball Z, whatever power scale. My power, my vast pool of chakra, my well of emotion, my tank of confidence, the thing that I draw from, it runs over. It spills everywhere that I go. Essentially, I've been found leaking. I've been found producing more than I could have imagined because I never gave myself the mindset of some of the things that I was capable of producing, some of the things that I was capable of giving. I was seeking. I didn't know that I could give them. And in giving them to myself, understanding how to receive them, it pours. Man, it's like a flood. Even on the bad days. So we talked to Turtle, or I was talking to the older homegirl at work. Even the bad days align with the good days and produce the beauty of life. So as far as being on my purpose, how I identify as a walking resource and a moving asset, I get to provide things, vibrant, exciting, willing to assist, willing, not obligated. I get to give things. I'm a natural giver. I'm a natural nurturer. That's why I have so many houseplants. That's why I have life teeming around my house at all times. It's why I was able to engage in some of the business ventures that I was. This is why I was able to achieve success in the professional realm that I do. I enjoy it. Management was some of the funnest stuff. Training my team, talking about training my team, getting my band of misfits together, carrying that team, having them work together, and we go to number one. Understanding how people learn. So when I was in the call center work, they would use me, allow yourself to be used, this is how you got productive, to communicate with individuals that were from foreign countries and kind of work on word choice and how they might be coming across. From a young age, communication barriers rarely stopped me, and I learned a lot. There was individuals from Nepal, there were Spanish-speaking individuals, you pick up a little bit as you go. Even had ASL down at some point, but if you don't use it, you lose it. I'll look forward to refreshing that at some point. But Again, busting down those communications barriers. This is why I get to engage in this, and this is why my job rarely feels like work. I get to stay on path. I get to continue to give and produce. I get to do what I appreciate and get paid for it. I get to raise my kids. I get to better people around me. I get to be a safe space. I get these calls now. They used to just be from my daughter. Now they're from people that I care for deeply. They get to reach out to me. Maybe they were also some people that I used to reach out to. But that safe space, they know that they can come. I get to provide that. I love that shit. So being on your path and your purpose, man, like, looking back on it, like, I've been doing what I need to do for so long, it was just innate. So talking to Turtle about her brother, some of the self-starterishness isn't there, it's absent. There's no drive. There's more self-defeat than there is willing to risk. You're gonna fail. You're supposed to. The lessons that culminate from those failures build you into the human being that you get to be if you take advantage of them. What do you want to do? Really, I just wanted to hang out, have kids, and have fun. I wanted my family to be around me. Ta-da! Like, it's so crazy the things that I get to engage in right now. Again, $1 million versus 10 million. Million's not really gonna change my life. 10 million would alter it slightly because I get to engage in more of the thing that I love. Very frugal. But your path, man. I heard this interesting thought from this lady. She said, people are in major debt because they majored in their hobby, not a career. People have these degrees in a hobby and not a career. I didn't go. When I failed my philosophy class, I was like, I'm out. You just said my opinion about other people's opinion isn't valid, and for that reason, I'm out. But I continue to produce my own philosophy. I've got this more than a few times. Like, does your mind always operate like this? As much as we joke around and have fun, like, I'm still toiling on the serious things because I care. And it's like, yeah, I used to suppress this. I used to smoke so that I didn't do this. Now I can't help it. I enjoy it. I enjoy the art of communication and dialogue. It's one of the greatest pastimes. When I was partying and using, you get caught in those time bubbles. Communicate for an hour or two, not even know where the time went. Loved it. I get to do that. Some are serious, some are just shooting the shit, but I get to do that. I get to engage. I get to be present. I get to have fun. I get to help, provide perspective, insight, because I've been there. I get to share my feelings with people that need to understand theirs. They might not grasp it. Right there, maybe I'm planting seeds. Who knows how they'll blossom? But there's a space that people feel safe coming to. And I'll continue to provide that. And I'm glad that it was given to me when I needed the opportunity. So path and purpose, man. Of course you gotta contribute. You gotta be willing to give. You gotta be willing to contribute. As a matter of fact, this is the part, not obligated to give, but I'll give to those that I see trying to give to themselves. I'll definitely do that. I used to just give blindly. Not so blindly to where I was always destitute, but blindly to the point where I was spread so thin, I was taking on a lot of responsibility. A lot of responsibility got removed from me, made me sad. But ultimately, I can only control this. And I get to be this. I get to be this freely. And I get to provide experiences to those that I could feel would benefit, to those that I care about, to myself. And I look forward to doing this until my experience comes to an end and I get to meet that old friend and tell him that I live my dreams and I help others. I failed as much as I succeeded. I've lived a full life. And I encourage you to set your train on the tracks towards a life that you can find fulfillment from, so that when you meet that old friend, you're not burdened with regret, and you might be happy to see him. Wages out.